Welcome back. I'm Jennifer Maker, and this is the Great Maker Show and Tell. Now, today marks the 7th day of my little challenge to teach you a craft a day. And that whole resting on the 7th day idea makes a lot of sense right about now. So I thought today would be the perfect day to do a sweet and simple project that's perfect for the holidays. So today we are making a little paper village. It's made from just one sheet of cardstock and one sheet of vellum or even wax paper. Beyond that, all you need is a little adhesive and some tape, and that's it. Of course, if you have some LED candles, you can put those behind your village, dim the lights, and you get this lovely glow. Isn't that just something? It puts me right in the holiday mood. This would look amazing on your mantle or even on your holiday tablescape. So, would you like to make this little village with me? So go get the free design from my blog at jennifermaker.com and grab a sheet of cardstock and let's make a village together. So I've cut out my cardstock and you can see all the cut lines. And I love my Cricut. So this was on a Cricut and it did a great job. So we're going to turn that over and peel the mat away from the paper. As I've mentioned in a previous video, we do this and it helps keep our paper flat rather than curling. So we curl the mat rather than the paper. That's the idea. So just do it gently so that you don't tear off the doors. And I actually did that. So we're going to talk about how to fix that in a minute. Because, I mean, who wants to recut the whole project if we don't have to? Now, what you get left are all these bits on your mat, and you could take them off one by one, and it will take forever. There is a better way to do this. Use a scraper tool. This will make it so much easier to get those bits off. You just scrape and they go off. If you don't have one of these tools, use an old store loyalty card or an expired credit card, whatever. It works so much faster. All right, so our mat's clean, so we can now cut our vellum layer. But if you don't have vellum, you can use wax paper. The whole idea with the vellum or the wax paper is to diffuse the light when you put your tea lights behind your village, that you don't see the tea lights. Instead, you just see the soft, warm glow. And the wax paper will look great and be so much cheaper. So just rip off a sheet. It conveniently comes in 12 inches for us. Spread it on your mat, make sure it's down, and then cut it. While that's cutting, we're going to fix this door. We're going to use some tape, and we're just going to tape this little baby back on. And I think that it ripped off because the little window that's next to it is a little bit close to it. So I actually went into the design and fixed this for you so that when you cut this out, you shouldn't have this problem. All right, so here's our wax paper. You can see it kind of roughed up that Christmas tree, but it'll be fine. No problem. Well, I am definitely, we don't need things to be perfect. We just need them to be good enough, right? So do the same thing. Put your mat over and curl your mat instead of your wax paper. The wax paper, honestly, is going to want to curl anyway, so don't stress about it too much. Just do your best. Just get it off without tearing. That's your goal. Don't let the wax paper tear. It's pretty fragile. Vellum would be stronger if you would prefer that. Okay, so make sure that you've got all the little bits weeded out of your cardstock. It looks pretty good. And you'll notice that on the reverse side there's a pattern. That's because I'm just using old cardstock that I wasn't planning to use for anything. So why not use it for this? Because a lot of cardstock is white on the other side, right? Okay, so go through and open up all the little doors, because the whole idea with this really was I wanted to have a Christmas village where all the doors were open to everybody, right? So I made little doors and all the doors open. So open up all your little doors. They have they built-in scoring, and so they'll open easily. Then match up all of your vellum layers to your buildings in your village, because it's about time for us to stick these on to the back. And again, remember, we're using this vellum on the back of our cardstock to diffuse the light when we put our tea lights behind it. And it definitely makes a difference. You can, of course, do this without the vellum if you like. But I really like the way it looks. So we're going to use spray adhesive to do this. And you want to use the permanent stuff. So I'm using the Aleene's Tacky Spray. There's other brands as well. What matters is that it's permanent, not the repositionable stuff. All right, so take all your stuff, shake up your bottle, and you're going to put it into your spray box. Remember your spray box from a couple of videos ago? And spray the back, right? And then you're going to put them on one by one. I designed these vellum layers to be just a smidge smaller than the paper layers. So you shouldn't have any issues getting them centered onto your cardstock so that they're not peeking, at the edges. So just, pay a little attention to where it's going and it should be just fine. So that's one half of the village, and then we just do the other half. And it goes on there actually really easily. This is a lovely beginner project, I think, and just looks fantastic when you're done. All right, so there we have our two halves, and you need to fold them. There again, there's built-in score lines in between each of the buildings, and later on I'll show you you might want to score, fold them in different ways, like a zigzag pattern perhaps. Now we just join them, and the tree joins with the that one building that's there, and make sure all your doors are open. The adhesive on the back of the vellum will, make them want to stick a little bit, but no problem. Just open up the doors if you want open doors. And there we go. You could put this around a big pillar candle if you wanted. That would be really pretty. But what I'm going to do is put this on my mantle, and I'm going to fold each of these buildings so that they kind of, are in this sort of zigzaggy shape. And then they'll stand up, and I want the Christmas tree to be front and center because it's like that focal point. So I'll make it so that everything folds out from the Christmas tree, just like that. And then we'll put our tea lights behind it, and let's take a look and see how it looks with the lights behind it. Isn't that just so pretty? I mean, my goodness. And what's cool is that you can see the pattern of the paper that I used. There's like a star pattern on the other side, and you can see it reflecting through. So that was completely unintentional, but a happy coincidence, I think. This is very sweet, and I'm planning to keep it in my craft room for all of the holidays. Now I think we can agree that this little paper village is a quick and easy project. If you make one and it lights up your holidays this year, please share a photo of it with me on Facebook or email me, or just use #MakerShowAndTell. And if you're still in the mood to make more paper houses, I have a treat for you. My friend Lucy is making a little paper house a day for the holidays, and she's sharing them all on her blog. Her little 3D houses make great ornaments for your tree, or you can combine them all together to make a really amazing and adorable paper house village. You can get the free patterns for her 12 little Christmas houses at paperglitterglue.com. So tomorrow I'll be back to show you how to make gift boxes. I made several before, such as my heart box and my puppy box, but I'm going to show you how to make one for those glitter ornaments that we made a few days ago. I'm getting a ton of requests for that. And don't forget to send in your project ideas at jennifermaker.com. Remember, if you can tell me what you want to make, I can show you how to make it. Until tomorrow.